in your chart 1.1 in the Treasury document published alongside the spring statement, it specifically spells out that the autumn budget measures in terms of crowding out and employer national insurance have actually reduced the UK economy. Surely you can accept that it's your measures that have had some of this impact in terms of the deteriorating statistics that I've mentioned since October. Chancellor.
So I've said that, of course, there are always costs to any policy on tax or spending, but there is also a cost of the counterfactual. And the counterfactual would have been leaving the public finances on an unfirm footing to embed the instability that was bequeathed to us by the previous government, and it would also have meant further increases in NHS hospital waiting lists. So we increased national insurance contributions and we put £25 billion extra investment into our National Health Service. We think that was the right priority. Now, other people would say, no, don't put more money into the NHS, and that is absolutely their right to say that. If you want more money into our NHS to reduce waiting times, and we have now for 5 months reduced NHS waiting lists with 2 million additional appointments, if you would prefer not to put that money into the NHS, you're absolutely at liberty to say that, but you have to be honest, because if you want that extra money, you have to support the taxes to pay for it.
Well, we can monitor the impact of that as time goes by, but in terms of the number that you just cited to this committee, which was the £500 a year extra in real household disposable income, could you just help the committee out, because I wondered which official document that's actually published in?
Well, it's from the OBR numbers, and I already have given that answer to Yuan Yang. So if you take the spring budget from the previous Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt, and you look at the OBR's forecasts for real household disposable income in that forecast, and you compare it to the forecast that they published last week, and you look at RHDI per year, every year, and you look at the contrast between those two,
so it's
you average
£500 per year per household.
As I already have said in the previous answer, it is the average. So some years it's more than 500, some years it's less. 500 is the average additional RHDI for the spring statement I delivered last week compared to the last budget that the Conservatives delivered. And in that time, the OBR forecast that on average RHDI per person will be £500 more now because of the actions we've taken compared to the plans bequeathed to me by the previous government.